Hello and welcome to Marapi. I'm here about to do a Jeep tour and there's some kids over here. Hello. Hi, you're now in the video. We've booked a Jeep tour up on Merapi mountain, so it's going to be like a 1.5, 2 hour tour. We're going to go up the hill, explore some areas up there, and you see it's already very lush. The temperature here is also a lot cooler than it was in Jogja. In Jogja it's about 34 degrees today. Here it's definitely under 30. It feels a lot better. Yeah, look at these houses. People definitely live here. A lot of Jeeps parked in the driveways because a lot of people here do these tours. Here's a traditional house. They have some crackers drying in the sun. Some plants. I just noticed they have birds. And is that... Oh my god, that's a squirrel. That's crazy. Just in the cage right here. A cage is arguably not the best place for a squirrel. But look at these birds as well. Wow. And I've seen that a lot. I've seen a lot of bird cages on motorbikes here in Indonesia. That one's a tropical bird. That's beautiful. There's so much to see here, but it's time to do the Jeep tour. So let's go back down to the meeting point and go up Mount Merapi behind me. Let's go. These right here are guava trees because, well, I assume they're guava trees because they're guava fruits underneath them. I didn't even know guava was growing on trees, but there you go. You learn something new every day. And here is another guava tree. And that fruit is fully eaten by what I can only assume are bats because they enjoy guava, I suppose. But yeah, wow. This place is epic. And look how dramatic that mountain looks in the distance. That's Mount Merapi. In fact, Mount Merapi is not only a mountain, it is a volcano, and it's an active volcano. So I'm not sure when the last eruption was, but it's definitely still very active, and it can erupt at any point. So that's fun. There's a very chunky, well-fed cat over there that I was trying to get over, but it's not coming. But anyway, that's a traditional house here in this village near Mount Merapi, and look at that old car. Amazing. And here we are. You see 2 Jeeps and a few ATVs standing here. This is probably going to be our Jeep. There's also a military one over there. Some motorbikes, some enduro bikes you can take up the mountain as well. But yeah, let's get on the Jeep and let's start the tour. That's what a Jeep looks like, guys. We're going to be in the back seat. And with that, we're moving. Look at that. We can even stand up. There's no roof. Wow, we stood up. It's crazy. Alright guys, we've almost arrived at our first destination, which is the water I don't know, a river thingy where we're going to go through. Probably going to get very wet, but that's exciting. The road's getting a bit rougher. The driving is pretty decent so far. The villages are the main attraction so far because we're going through some really remote places here in Jogja, or, well, near Marapi, but in the special administrative region of Jogja. This is so cool. This is the current situation. We are very much on route to Mount Merapi, and it's getting cooler every minute here because we are gaining elevation. Obviously ascending, you can kind of see the road goes up, and intermittently the villages are getting sparser as well. But Mount Merapi's over there. It looks very dramatic today with the rain clouds. I'm very excited. There's apparently 4 stops on this tour. One of them is a museum, the other one is the water thingy. I think it's actually coming in the end because we passed it and we didn't stop for it, so I guess on the way back we will. Then there's also a bunker that the locals used during the eruption of Mount Merapi. And well, as you can see, it's a very active volcano. Then we're also going to see an alien-shaped rock. But yeah, I'm going to catch you guys when we reach either the first destination or something interesting happens. Fingers crossed that there's no eruption today. Also, it looks like there's some rain clouds, so hopefully it won't start pouring down while we're on the mountain. That would be not very ideal. I'd even say that it would be catastrophic. Well guys, it started raining, so we had to put the roof up, which is a bit annoying because obviously we can't stand up anymore. But yeah, look at that. The scenery is gorgeous. The rain makes it so much more dramatic, although I wish it wasn't raining. Look at the American Jeep though. It's very much basic. There's not much there apart from the steering wheel, the gearbox, and yeah, that's about it. Thank God there's a roof in this Jeep. If there wasn't, we would be extremely wet right now, because this is extremely heavy rain. Look at that village over here. Wow. The roads are getting super rough. Alright guys, well, the first destination today is the bunker. You see how bumpy it is. Also interestingly, volcanic soil. It's obviously very dark. The last eruption wasn't too long ago from what I heard. Not sure exactly when. If you guys know, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, this is the situation right now. We can't see the peak of Mount Merapi because of the rain. But that's okay. Still a really cool experience. Wow. Here we are guys, just paid for the entrance to the bunker. Well, in fact the driver paid because it's all included in the tour. This was 450,000 rupiah for the whole Jeep, no matter if there's one person or four. Four is the maximum, so it can be very cheap. 450,000 of course being about $30 US. So definitely worth it in my opinion. Look at this guys, some more Jeeps standing here. Well, let's get in the bunker and hopefully not get wet. Well, this is bad luck guys. We're standing here under a shed and yeah, that's the current situation. We can't even walk to the bunker, which is just over there. We also didn't bring our raincoats, so yeah, that is not ideal, but it's okay. This happens when you travel. It's still really scenic and still a great adventure. Mount Merapi, the peak, is just 4 kilometers away, but obviously you can't see it right now. Little tip for you guys, if you ever go on this tour, bring raincoats and bring an umbrella, because it can rain at any moment. It didn't even look like it was gonna rain, but here we are. Alright, we're about to get through the water here. Look at that. Wow. I did not film in the bunker because people died in there during an eruption, so I thought it was a bit, I don't know, not the best. And also, it was very dark, and then there were bats flying around, so yeah, it wasn't a very large bunker, but it was government built in 2001, and in 2006 there was an eruption where 2 people perished in that bunker. This is the Batu alien, the alien rock, at least the entrance to it. It's obviously still raining, but
Not bad.
Huh? No, I know. That's not the rock. The rock's up behind the entrance, but anyway, let's go check it out, I guess. So this is the lava rock field with the alien rock in the distance over there. I don't know if it makes sense to run towards it. I think it would. I think I'm just gonna sprint. And that is it, guys. This is the alien rock picture, and this is the alien rock. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the car. Bye. Oh, here we are guys, we're at a museum. Apparently this is a museum about the eruption that happened in 2006. That was pretty bad. I'm going to tell you about it in just a few seconds. So this used to be somebody's home, and it got obviously destroyed in the eruption of 2006. 347 or 349 people died in that eruption. You see it was really bad. The roof's off. Yeah, the walls are damaged. There are some skeletons of animals that probably perished in that as well. Yeah, this is just horrible. Absolutely horrible. 2006, it affected half of Java. The ash cloud went all the way to Semarang, and 2 of the 340 something people died in that bunker. And you see here some photos of the rescue operation in that area. This was literally somebody's living room, and now it's a museum of what once was. I take it back, guys. That was the eruption of 2010. There's an eruption here every few years, and you see the clock stood still at a certain time on the 5th of November of 2010. If you guys are wondering why I'm still wearing my helmet, it's because it's raining and I have to go back to the Jeep at some point, and I want to protect my hair. But yeah, crazy. Absolutely crazy. I love this tour so far. This was really eye-opening, and there's still one stop to go. And here's a photo of the ash cloud as it affects Jogja. This was a monument in the center of Jogja. You see, it almost looks like it's snowing. That was 2010. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is volcanic ash. this is literally what fell on most of, you know, the region. And here's some photos of the ash. That's just crazy. Apparently I was told these round marks come from an animal called Unterrondor, which in English is called Antillean, and they live in the sand, and they're actually buried in there right now. They're like maggots or flies or something like that. While you can't take the ash, you can touch it, and it just feels like sand. Look at this sequence of eruptions. 2021, 2023, 2024. It happens about every year. So yeah, I fear for the future of this area if it happens again. Or when it happens again, rather, because it will probably. Let's pray not, because I love this place. Alright, we're on the way to the last stop of the day, which is the water crossing. I would argue we've crossed enough water for the day, but let's do it anyway. Alright guys, it stopped raining, or at least it's slowed down, and we can see Marapi. Look at that. That's actually really pretty. It's clearing up. It's very beautiful. I'm stood up, as you can see, because it's possible again. The roof's down. Well guys, we're about to head through the water, I think. As you can see, the roof's back up. That's because it started raining. I'm absolutely wet because it took the guy a few minutes to put it back up. But yeah, anyway, this is absolutely insane. Big fan of this adventure so far anyway. Wow. Look at these views here. We are, I think, at the water pit. So now we're going to get through some water. I'm a bit scared, I'm not going to lie. We've gotten wet though today, so I don't think it's going to be too bad. I'm going to try to keep the camera rolling and not ruin my phone. And here's the water pit. That looks exciting. Let's do it. Yes. Wow. Whoa. Oh my god. Look at that pit. So much water. Whoa. Oh my god. One more. Whoa! Oh my god! Oh! One more! Oh, we're going right around again. Cut the filming, cut the filming, cut the filming. Well guys, I don't know what to say. We went through that pit like 4 times. Yeah, that was fun. Anyway, there's another bit of water here. Obviously not as bad. Nothing will compare to that what we just did, but yeah, gonna go back now, I guess. And look at me as well. I'm full of dirt. Probably not the best time to wear white, but who knew? But anyway, there's a fallen branch that we have to remove before we can go through. No, maybe not. Maybe we're just gonna drive through. Oh yeah, there we go. Huh. Okay. Well, that's what a Jeep can do for you guys. Anyway, I'm gonna catch you when we're back or something interesting happens, which I'm sure it will. And this is how you leave the Jeep. What can I say? Crazy adventure. My energy is drained. That was insane. Insane. Highly recommended though, when the weather's good. But even that was pretty fun. But yeah guys, thank you for watching. I'm gonna catch you all very, very soon in the next video. Please like, comment, subscribe, what else I should do here in Java. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.